Yo. What is up, everybody? How you doing? First and foremost, I want to say, during this COVID-19 outbreak, I hope everyone is doing good. I hope you're safe and healthy, and, prayers to you and your family during this troubling time. And you know what? We're going to navigate this together. Today's show, I bring to you one of my very dear friends, somebody I even consider family. This man is now streaming on Twitch. He shouts out all of his ats and stuff on here, so I'll let him tell you that. But please, welcome to the show, my friend, the great and powerful, SaveOne.
Yo, Cisco, how you doing, brother?
What's up, bro? There's no way I can put this on speaker, huh?
I'm not too sure, honestly. I think when you do it through the computer,
There you
there's
go.
a way that
I can hear it. It's loud enough now. It should be loud enough. I hope my stream can hear you.
Shit. I mean, I can hear you loud and clear.
What's good, bro?
I'm doing good, family. How are you, man? Are you streaming right now?
I am streaming right now, bro.
Yeah, what up, stream?
What's good, bro?
So, dude, first and foremost, bro, man, I love you, bro. And I'm really thankful, dog, that you're coming onto the show again.
You're cutting out a little bit, bro. Can you hear me? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yo. Can you hear me?
Hey. Yeah, I can hear you, brother. Can you hear me?
Yo. Yeah, I can hear you now, bro.
Yo, Cisco, can you hear me, brother?
Difficulties.
All right, for sure. We're going to work this out. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, dude, this is cool as fuck, bro. Like, because I use Anchor, the app Anchor, and they just came out with this beta ability to record remotely with people. So, like, before, people had to use, like, multiple things. Like, they used to have
Is
to
that what
use
you were
Zoom,
doing before?
and
Because I know you were doing.
they would have to strip the audio off of
Instagram
Zoom
Live.
and
The last one we
do
did
all
was
kinds of
Instagram
shit.
Live.
Yes, yeah. See, and what I would do is I would just strip the audio off of an Instagram Live. I would like record it, like screen record it or something. Strip the audio off of it and then post it up. But it's so tedious. You know what I mean?
Chat,
and it's just like fuck.
My hat,
but this makes it
my
real
boy
easy.
Right here, Corpse Collection. If you like the hat, if you like the tee, go check my boy out. I'll put the link in the description or in the chat once the podcast is done for you guys. And if you go on my Instagram, I tagged them on my Instagram story, so you guys can check that out. I'm gonna try not to talk to my stream as much. I want to give you my undivided attention, bro. So if you got anything that you want to say to my viewers right now, go ahead and plug yourself, bro.
Hey, so to all my homies watching the stream right now with my boy Save, keep following him, keep supporting him. This is Big Corpse of Corpse Collection, also known as Monster Beast. Me and Cisco, man, we go way back, like 4 flats on the Cadillac, like, you know what I mean? And that's my dog right there. So show him some love, show him some support, you know what I mean? And Cisco, for the
Twitch,
people on the podcast, let them know where they
follow my socials. My socials are the THE Savera SAVERA. And if you want to follow me on Twitch, you can follow me at twitch.tv/SaveOne So it's SAVE, the number 1 ER. And I don't have a stream schedule, but quarantine time is allowing me to stream every day. So just come, hang out, have fun, laugh, and just enjoy yourself. Trying to build a nice little community. So it's been good, bro.
Yeah, man. Shit, man. You know how it is. Just out here trying to fucking clock a dollar and stay alive.
Say that, bro. Same shit,
How about
man.
yourself, brother? How you handling quarantine, man?
We talked about this on the last podcast that we did, but just being a dad now is what is the main focus for everything. You know what I mean? That's the number one thing, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that, bro, so much. Like, and there's a lot of people who try to say those things of like, oh, well, don't forget about yourself too, but I know your personality and my personality,
Yeah,
we
bro.
like to serve others.
It's
You know what I
unfortunate,
mean?
bro, but it's
And
true.
so, yeah, because sometimes we do forget about ourselves a little bit, you know what I mean? But we're giving our service to our sons, you know what I mean? And to me, like, and even watching you, bro, I just feel that like there's no greater service than to serve our heir. Like,
Yeah,
you know what
man,
I
and
mean?
that's
Our heir
exactly
to the
what it
throne.
is. It's gonna be a throne. We're creating it right now, whether it's through dance, everything that we did out there, and everything that you're still doing, or whether it's through our outlets like Twitch and with your podcast. So I like it, bro. I mean, there's nothing better to me than enjoying this shit right now. It kind of keeps my head sane.
Yeah, so first thing is what are you trying to do with your stream, bro? Like, is it something that you're just doing for fun? Are you looking to build a community, or are you just kind of like,
Yeah, so
whatever happens?
I started streaming probably 2 years ago, just because it was just something to do. I played video games every single night, and I was like, you know what? I might as well just stream so I can. Well, I started streaming because I wanted to watch my playback back. You know what I mean? So I wanted to see how I could progress in video games and see how I could do better. Because we're competitive people, man. So anything that we can do to make ourselves better, that's what we're gonna do. And then honestly, I just put a camera on. I used to stream without a camera, and then I put a camera on, and I was just like, if this is going to be something, it's going to be fun. I want to build a community of people that can just come hang out, get away from their daily stress. If I can entertain people, I'll entertain them, but I'm going to play video games regardless. So if I can put a camera on and make it fun, then I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to make $1 million off of it. I'm not trying to get rich or anything like that. I just do it because I play video games anyway, so I might as well just have fun doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the same thing with the show, man. Like, I'm not looking to make all this money or do all this shit. I just like talking shit with my homies, you know what I mean? And hopefully bring some, I always like, you know how it is, bro. I always like have those deep talks with people, like really, mind stimulating conversations is what gets me. So
and I
I
saw
just
that you
like
had
that,
Beast on the show, which I started listening to that. I saw you had Dread. I started listening to that one. I haven't got to listen to them all the way through yet, but I promise you I will. But yeah, bro, I see you're knocking them out. This quarantine time gives everybody a chance to talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. And I feel like, and bro, honestly, I've been so busy with it. Like, I've been going day after day after day with it, and it's just nice. You know what I mean? Because it gives me a minute to kind of just talk with my homies. But then at the same time, we're all bored as fuck, and I feel like that's when real creativity is sparked and inspired. And so I get to really hear some true, creativity and imagination,
especially
coming
with
out of
big
people.
names like Beast and Dread, bro. The fact that you're able to call those dudes your brothers, it just helps. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey man, but you saw those relationships
definitely.
flourish.
Especially the one,
What I mean?
Especially the one with Sherwin, man.
We all
that's
hung out.
fucking huge, bro.
Yeah, man, it's so crazy because I remember even because we were going to the 818 sessions. Shout out 818. We were going out to the 818 sessions, and it's like, oh fuck, Miho's here. Oh shit, Beast is here. Oh shit, Jay-Z's is here. Oh shit, all these people they're here.
Farside.
Yeah, Bino,
Omarion.
Farside, all these people, and it's like now. Oh man, Omarion! I remember seeing Omarion at the DC, and it was like, yo, Omarion's right here, like.
No.
And people don't be believing me, man. I'd be like, yo, I've seen Omarion dance.
I've
seen him dance in real life.
Chris Brown to come through, though. I know Concrete was trying to get that one, but he couldn't get him to come through.
It's because he got beat by Jay Sly. He don't want to show his face.
Oh, shit. You got any battles coming up, bro?
I hope he hears this podcast. What's that? I do. I have. So, they have that light heavy hitter bracket going on right now with the top 8. So for people who don't know, Beast, Dread, and Fudd, who are leaders of the community, they got together and made this top 8. We competed. We got placed in the top 8 light heavy hitters of the world. I will say that we are proclaimed of the world. I beat Bullet, and then I beat Childish, and then there is a battle between I think it's Unknown and Trinity, or there's a battle ahead of me that still needs to happen, and then I battle the winner of that for the number 5 spot. And so I'm just waiting on that battle to happen.
Because
we've taken our time with it too.
Kind of down for a while, I haven't really heard anything. I was following it because I saw that you were in there, and that was before you became a beast. And that's how you got the beast spot, really,
yep.
Or kind
of. Kind of. Well, I had been working for it for a little over a year. It really started after I left the Dread.
Shout out to Dread.
And I did. Shout out Dread. That's my boy, and I did everything I could under that name. You know what I mean? And shit, he brought me up. I always give him that credit. He brought me up in Crumb. You know what I mean? And there was an interest to be with the camp. It was also around the time, Elijah was born. So I just stepped away from Crump for a little bit, kind of did my own thing.
Let me just tell you guys right now, this man was so dedicated to Crump. Not only when I was living in Ventura, but after. We would drive from Ventura to LA at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, make it to LA by 11:30, dance for 3-4 hours. In the morning, drive all the way back up to Ventura, and we were doing that switching cars, switching rotations, and then he had his son, and we were, I was watching videos of sessions, and I would see Elijah in the back, and I'm like, that is fucking dedicated. If you want to dedication, taking your son to a dance session just so that you can dance is insane. And you were still driving all the way to LA, bro. That's insane, man.
Inglewood, man. Dude, it's just those things, like, because as a father, bro, like, there's just those things we want our children to experience too. You know what I mean? Or, say, like, just look at him and be like, look at what daddy can do. You know what I mean? And, I lab with him now, bro. Me and him lab together, and it's like, it's so tight when I'm I'm labbing and shit, and I look, and he's just looking at me like, okay. I'm just like,
I've seen the videos,
turn,
bro.
he'll start dancing.
It's awesome, bro. You're doing everything right, man. I'll tell you that. I tell you that all the time.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Is there anything that you're getting peanut into yet?
I've just been letting him do his thing, man. He loves cars, but this kid, let me tell you, this kid was walking at 8 months. He knows how to count to 10. He knows English and Spanish. He knows all his colors. Like, he's insane, bro. He just turned 2 and he knows all this stuff. So, I'm not like really pushing him to do anything, at right now, because I'm just letting his mind flourish as he does. I don't know. Whatever I see him go towards, that's probably what it'll be. But right now, he's just kind of all over the place and learning everything. You know what I mean?
I feel that was my thing with Elijah too, was, me and Sydney had always said that we were never going to force anything on him. It's whatever he wants. You want to be the best chess player in the world, I'm going to make you the best fucking chess player in the world. You want to knit, you're going to be the best knitter that ever existed. You know what I mean? Because I'll give you all the resources.
Yeah, man, that's good. That's real good.
That's fucking dope, man. And man, it's so dope because we met in Oxnard, hella random. We met,
Bro, I remember the night we met too.
We went through that journey, and then we pulled up at the Chevron right there off of Rose and Victoria. Yeah, by that little Rose and Gonzalez.
Yep.
My bad, Rose and Gonzalez.
Yeah,
over there by your old
I met
crib.
you through
by your old
Facebook,
crib right
I
there.
think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you made a post in the Crumpers page talking about like, hey, where's the sessions at, or where's the Crumpers at? And then crazy ass Dread tagged me in it, and then I was like, yo, I'm right here. What's up? Like, we do this thing. Yeah, man, fucking, it's been a crazy journey, bro, and it's crazy, and it's dope to see you doing the father thing too, because it's like I know how good you are as a person and as a friend, you know what I mean? So I could only imagine the type of love you show your son, and I've seen it, you know what I mean? Like everything that you post with him, and you don't like you're not one of those dads who are too crazy posting their kids, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I know there's a lot of.
I've always been like that, bro. I let the world see what I want them to see. You know what I mean? It keeps me sane, bro, because if I post everything every day about what the fuck I got going on, then everybody's in my business and I can't move in silence. But moving in silence is better because, then I can actually do the things that I want to do without any type of like tension from anybody else pulling me towards a certain way or pushing me out of a boundary I don't want to be in. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why at first I didn't really post any pictures of him, and now I do post some stuff. But that's just because I want to show the world like his smile and shit like that. Not because I'm like, oh, look what I'm doing with my son. It's more like, look how great my son is.
Mm-hmm. Like I remember when Elijah was born, I think it was for like the first, I would have to say about first 4 months, because I think it was like around Easter time, about 4 or 5 months. Any picture that we took of him, we never showed his face. Only family, like if we sent you a picture directly, like only you got that picture with his face in it. But if we ever posted it, we always told people, if you post it, please blur out his face. Please do something, put an emoji over it, do something, blur out his face. Just because it's like, yeah, dude, and crazy shit, dude. Me and Sydney had a friend who was like, we were going to be like, yo, you can babysit him. Like, we trusted this guy, bro, and he ended up being a fucking weirdo. And it was like, dude, like, messing around with underage kids and shit, and it fucked with us. Like, it fucked with me heavy, because this was a person who I was like, yo, I trust you with my kid, like, you know what I mean? Because you know that, and any parent who listens to this, you know that, like, if you trust somebody with your child, you're trusting them with your life, like whole ass your life. And so, yeah, man, I don't know, being a parent is a real crazy experience, man. But yeah. So, hey, check it out though, because I know we kind of talked about this a little bit before too. What's going to be some of your money moves, man, moving forward after this pandemic?
I don't really have anything planned right now, bro. But I got some things working. I got some moves working. I don't want to say too much about it, but just because I don't want to put negativity out in the happen. But I got some stuff moving around, man. Still doing sales, but I'm trying to get out of the automotive industry, bro. I've got almost 10 years doing that shit, and it's just time to do something else, man. I'm too good of a salesperson to not be in sales and make my own paycheck, but I don't want to be in automotive sales anymore. It's a digressing fucking business. So, but I got some things, man, and I'm gonna keep doing this and having fun, and I've definitely wanted to start painting again. That's something big that I've been wanting to do. So maybe I'll eventually get back into that. But I'm almost 30 now, so I gotta figure something out with my life.
I know we're creeping up into that age where we need to start kind of looking around and be like, damn, like, what's something I could really happy. Just spend the rest of my life doing? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's the biggest thing is, and you know what? It's crazy because how you said how the automotive industry it's digressing. Things like Carvana, things like Turbo, things like, Kelly Blue Book, I feel like really threw a wrench in the automotive industry as far as sales wise, because it kind of took away some of that how can I say it, like the sales advantage. It took away some of the sales advantage from the salesperson. So another thing is what I'm looking around like right now. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people with master's degrees
don't ever let anybody
who are
tell you
sitting
that
at
you
home
school
right now.
make $1 million.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So, like for me, I've really been interested in cryptocurrency because I feel like that's kind of where our global economy.
I've been
is
telling
starting to move
people
towards.
to hop on
It's going to have to move
cryptocurrency for
towards.
such a long time, especially like started and all the crypto market dropped. I told everybody, I was like, you guys need to hop into this right now because it's only going to go back up after all this is clear. The stock market crashed, the crypto market crashed, everything was crashing, so it was a perfect time for everybody to start investing their money. The problem was, the problem still is that we don't know when this is going to end. So, everybody wants to keep their money real tight, which I don't blame them, man. Keep your money in your pockets, but if you have $50 or $100 to invest in some type of crypto, I would definitely recommend it, but do your research. Crypto is such a wide discussion. Like it would take 3 hours to really explain to people how it works and why to go to this coin and not this coin and why this coin's going to do better and why they shouldn't invest in Bitcoin or some form of, it's so much, bro.
Yeah, because I feel like, when it comes to the stock market and when it comes to things like especially cryptocurrency, I'm a fucking Neanderthal when it comes to any kind of relative knowledge as far as how that shit works. But
yeah, you should definitely look into it. You should
I've
definitely invest. You should definitely not wait any longer.
Yeah, because I know, like Cash App will let you buy, fractions of stocks, and they'll let you buy fractions of cryptocurrency.
So if anybody listening wants to
shout out
invest in any type of stocks or cryptocurrency, definitely look into Cash App, which they're making it super, super easy. Robinhood, which they're making it super, super easy. Coinbase, that's strictly for cryptocurrencies, and Binance, Binance. Those are the places where you can go buy crypto, and they make it very, very simple, and they make it so that you can watch. Coinbase is actually dope because they allow you to pick which cryptos you're really interested in, and then it'll give you updates like every time the market fluctuates. So if the market goes down 10% in an hour or something like that, it'll send you a notification, let you know. That way, you don't have to constantly check it. You're getting that money's moving, so you can decide when you want to put money in or move money around. Coinbase is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, man, and I think that's going to be those are going to be the type of businesses that are going to explode pretty soon because giving the knowledge on that type of shit, like, you know what I mean, like especially cryptocurrency, since it's relatively new in comparison to the stock market. It's giving out that information and giving out those type of notifications.
That's the problem,
it's going to make that type of businesses
I've been noticing
boom, dude.
a lot is that people are now taking 2 years ago when Bitcoin blew up and everybody was interested in it. I noticed that people were starting to try and sell their knowledge of cryptocurrencies for outrageous prices. They would sell like a 1 hour class on cryptocurrency for $200 or something like that. And I don't recommend anybody paying for that knowledge because of the fact that you can get that knowledge on your own on the internet. You know what I mean? And a lot of these guys don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're just making money off of you, and that's not right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I've paid for mentorships and classes and shit to help me with my brand, with my clothing brand. But bro, half that information, I'm like, yo, I already know this. This is remedial shit. Like, I already know this strategy. Like, I already know all this. Like, I want more insight, like deeper. And then they entice you to buy another course, a deeper course. And there's that whole sales, you start to see that sales funnel happen, and it's just like, no, dude, yeah, just research the shit. You know what I mean? If they're making you pay any more than like a $20 subscription to an Acorns investment
Yeah,
type
I'm
thing.
glad you said
Like, you know what I
Acorns,
mean? Like
bro,
Acorns
because
is
I've been on
$1 a
Acorns
month.
for like
Like,
5 years.
they're making you pay. Dude, Acorns is the
Yeah.
fucking shit.
No, yeah,
I love
bro.
Acorns.
The time is, here's the problem, bro, is that everything is social media based, right? So once people start hearing about this or hearing about that, it'll start popping up on their social medias, and then they'll start seeing that you can pay for a class like this, or you can pay for a class like this. And okay, so here's the perfect example of this. I don't know if you remember, but there was this guy on YouTube, and he would be like chilling with my new Lamborghini here in the garage, and it'd be like the first, you know how YouTube ad was like 15 seconds before, and then you could skip the ad. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm right here chilling with my brand new Lamborghini in my $150 million house," and then that it grabs you, right? And then he's like, "I can show you how to do all this, and look at all this luxurious shit that I got." And then right at the very end of the ad, so the first 15 seconds right before you can skip it is like Lamborghini, big ass house, listen to what the fuck I gotta say. And then right at the end, he's like, "Oh, I can teach you how to get all this stuff. All you have to do is listen to my course, and my course is $150." You know what I mean? Like, that's smart branding. But the problem is, all the information that he's sharing, you can get that information on your own. It's fun. But that guy is a fucking genius, because he's making millions of dollars off of people that are watching YouTube and interested in what he's saying. I bet you that Lamborghini wasn't even his, bro. He probably rented it just to make that YouTube video, and then he makes the money off of it. You know what I mean? But the problem is, what is the formula that these guys are using that we can take and make it our own without scamming people? Because I could do that easily, bro. I could do exactly what that guy did. I could go to Vegas. I could get bottle service and have, all these fucking people, all these girls bring me bottles and make it look like I have a luxurious life and sell that. But then I'd be scamming people. Like, I'm lying. You know what I mean? What the fuck was that guy's? I'm gonna look that up after the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that guy's name up, because that guy was a fucking genius, but he was a fucking scam artist.
Yeah, I've shout out Nate O'Brien. Nate O'Brien changed my life and helped me get into Shopify and understanding how to build a brand. And there's people, I won't drop their names, but there's people who work closely to him who, they ventured off and they started they took his same model, his same business model, and they just fucking raped it, and they turned it into this like snake oil type of fucking thing. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, even some of the information that I got from Nate, after I started doing my own like personal research, I got the bread and butter from Nate, and it directed me to certain resources where I could get the information. Like you're saying, places where I could start understanding the information, start gathering information. And so I did the research myself. But you got guys, like this one dude who they rent a Lamborghini, or they go to their buddy's mansion and record a couple videos to post on fucking Instagram talking about, oh, you want a lifestyle like this? You want to drive Lamborghinis? Oh, buy my course. It's usually $600, but today I can sell it to you for $400. And it's like, dude, it's 6 hours worth of bullshit that you're going to listen to, and it's just no good.
Yeah, but that's the problem, bro. That's the problem with our society. Is that everybody, we're so susceptible to learning dumb shit because everybody else is doing it, or because, think about it like this: when you go on your Instagram and you scroll through your shit, and so, everybody wants to post where they're at, what they're doing, what kind of cars they got, what kind of this, what kind of that. So, mentally, we want that same shit too, because we see, our lives are based off of how many likes we get on a fucking post now and shit, So if a Lamborghini is gonna get you more likes on a post, and you can become a millionaire from being Instagram famous, why not do that? But who the fuck wants to? Much longer do you think Instagram is gonna be around? And how, what the fuck are you gonna tell your kids? I got famous from Instagram for posting pictures of my ass in my Lamborghini. I'm cool off that.
Exactly. Yeah, because there would be a lot of people, and I was having this discussion with some people, and a lot of people would be in trouble, if Instagram collapsed, or if TikTok collapsed, or if Facebook collapsed, YouTube collapsed. They would be in a lot of fucking trouble right now because their whole life is based off of
I sure do,
an
bro.
Instagram algorithm.
And that's the insane
you know
part,
what I mean?
man. It's like when Instagram had actually made a post saying that they were gonna stop putting likes under the pictures. Everybody freaked out, bro. And that's why they haven't done it yet. They haven't done it because too many people make too much money off of it, and it brings people to their app.
Yep. And it's crazy because a lot of people were talking about that it was about mental health and bullying and shit. And I was like, no, it's about the money. They want people paying for ad space. They want people doing this and doing that. And it's all about the money. It's a money game. And if they're really getting to that point, that means there's trouble in the platform.
And that's the thing, bro.
It's not as healthy as people think it is.
I know that we were originally going to be talking about mental health today. And that's the thing, bro, is people use the mental health thing so much now. And it's like, I teeter-totter on it just because of the fact that mental health is important, but everybody thinks that they have mental problems now because they're not normal. And nobody, there's no model for what normal is. You know what I mean? I've been listening to Joyner Lucas's album ADHD. If anybody has not listened to that album, listen to it. It's very fucking good. But the fact that he talks about how mental health, like ADHD is a mental health disorder. You have a mental health problem if you have ADHD. And I talked about this last time we talked, bro, is that kids are getting diagnosed so early because they can't pay attention, because they fucking have tablets and they fucking have the cell phone and Facebook and YouTube and all this shit. That's why they fucking can't pay attention to anything, because they're so used to, scrolling on over to the app on Instagram and then switching over to YouTube to look something up and then going on the internet to listen. They can't focus on one thing. They're so used to boom, 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 that they go to the fucking therapist and then they get diagnosed with ADHD. That kid doesn't fucking have ADHD, bro. He's just fucking used to switching over apps on his cell phone. You know what I mean? So it's like, I understand where they're coming from as far as mental health being such an issue, but we really need to take a step back and think about how many misdiagnoses there are and like what the actual issue. And people need to stop using mental health as a problem. Like, you can take a mental health day at work now, and I've never heard of that, bro. I've never heard of that in my life.
Never before. I mean, it's cool too, though, that they're starting to kind of acknowledge the fact that some people seriously do need a mental health day. They've either been without their meds, or maybe they're trying to come off their meds, or maybe there's some triggers happening, and it's cool that some businesses are starting to recognize that. But I feel like the majority of the people
that they have mental health issues when they really don't. It's a Me Too act. Like, oh yeah, me too. Or hey, this guy who's freaking out can take a day off because he's freaking out when he really does have a mental health problem. Why can't I? Because I'm stressed about how much work I have and this and that. But it's like, see, that's why I teeter-totter on it, bro, because I don't want to tell one person like, hey, your fucking disorder is fake and this guy's is real. I can't do that. But at the same time, it's like, stop, I don't know, bro, like, stop using it as an excuse. Does that make sense? Because there's people that really do have problems, bro. There's people that have anxiety. I mean, everybody has anxiety, but like real bad anxiety or stress levels at an all-time high that affects their actual health. And then there's somebody that's stressed out about they have a midterm that they fucking partied all weekend. The midterm's due on Monday night and they didn't do anything, and they're stressed out about it. Like that's two completely different things. Like, you put that stress upon yourself. You know what I mean? How come the single mom that works 2 jobs and does online classes and takes care of her kid is not, doesn't say that she has mental health problems, but the kid that takes Adderall at university that he got into for free can use that as an excuse? It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. And to me, I feel like the way that they cluster mental health issues is the same way that they kind of cluster the gangster persona. You know, like if you're a part of a group and you're doing bad, then you're considered a gangster. You know what I mean? But then you got to start asking people, well, what is bad? What is doing bad? Oh, we smoke a joint? Oh, we drink some beers at the beach? Am I a
That's
gangster
funny.
now? You know, am I
That's funny that I
a
used to have this
beach
lady that
gang
used to
now?
watch me when
You
I
know
was
what I
younger,
mean? Or am I out
and
there?
I threw up a peace sign in a picture when I was like 11 or 12, and she got fucking pissed because she said I was throwing up gang signs. I threw up a peace sign, bro, like peace, you know, and she's like, "Why are you throwing up those gang signs? This and that." Da, 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 da. And it was just funny, like exactly what you're saying, bro. Like, what do people categorize as this or that or this? You know, like it's just. I'm telling you, man, it's this fucking generation that we live in, bro. And honestly, I didn't want to have a child for a long time because of that. Because if it's how bad it is with us right now in this generation, imagine what it's gonna be like with the next generation.
Yeah, bro. And like you were saying about the tablets and stuff, bro, because I have a little tablet that I'll let Elijah play on for a little bit. But bro, when
It's
I
like
first let him
fucking.
have it,
It's like
he would like get
it's
mad when
like
I would take it
dope to
from
them,
him.
bro. It's insane.
It's that stimulation, and they know that they can touch the screen, it'll change to something else. And I think that is almost the birth of
I'm telling you, bro.
ADHD like tendencies or
Yeah.
or like tendencies, not actual disorders, but
Yeah, that's like the
tendencies. They
same thing as
have
like
the
these
they have the
kids that are
tendency
being
of somebody who
diagnosed with
might have that,
autism.
you know, because
They're not fucking autistic. They just don't know how to talk to somebody because they're so used to using a screen, dude. You know what I mean? Like they don't know how to talk to people. So misdiagnosing ADHD, they're misdiagnosing autism. It's the fault of these fucking devices that we're using, bro. I mean, even I mean, I'm one of those people, bro. First thing I do is I wake up and I check my phone. Everybody does it. You know what I mean? It's an issue. So when do we get to a point where we
yeah.
don't do that anymore? It's never gonna happen.
You know what? You know what, bro? I've been really trying to be better about that, man. Like instead of touching my phone or like opening my phone, I see if I have a text message from
Yeah.
Sydney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm checking on Elijah first. You know what I mean? Like has she texted me about him? Has he had to go to the
But then let me
emergency
ask you
room?
this:
Or
what do you do right after?
days he's coming over to see me. It's like, now. I've
You see what I'm
been
saying? You
bad
check your
these past
Twitter,
few
check what's
days,
going
and
on
I'll
here, check
open
what's
it
going
up.
on
I'll check
there.
Instagram.
It's insane,
Check.
bro.
But for the past few weeks, to try to get my mental
Oh, I
health
see you
and
posting
stuff in
about that,
order,
bro.
I've been using
That's
Headspace,
actually really
man.
dope. I seen your
I
Instagram
heard about
story.
it on.
And actually, touching on that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Byron just posted on Instagram that he finished his 75 date or his 75 challenge. Have you seen that, bro? Man,
Yes, I did.
He has so much patience, determination, and I guarantee you that Byron does not check his phone when he wakes up in the morning. Bro, I was reading the phase that he went through, what he had to do, take a 5-minute cold shower, read 10 pages of a non-fictional self-help book, work out 2 times. I remember when he first started it and I saw him running in the rain and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? But then I really realized like it's not about being fit. It's about that's a mental thing, bro. You know, like the part of the phase that he had to do one good thing for somebody each day for 75 days. Bro, it's like that type of shit makes you a mentally stronger person. And that dude, and not only is he mentally stronger, but he looks like a fucking Spartan. And shout out to Byron, bro. That dude is a determined motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, shout out Byron Bucal, man. He's the leader and founder of the Alias Dance family here in the 805, and his work spans over a decade. He's
And that he
referred
is,
to as
bro.
the
I've been to
godfather of
his crib,
dance here in
and that
Oxnard.
motherfucker has a
Yeah, dude.
basically
I
a
mean,
dance studio in his garage, like a fucking linoleum floor
yep.
with mirrors everywhere. That dude was like living and breathing dance when I went to his crib.
That's where it started. That's where Undeclared, when he first started Undeclared, that's where it started. He started with a couple kids in his garage, and it turned into this phenomenon that's the Alias family now. And me knowing Byron, I've partied with him, I've danced with him, I've traveled with him, I've sat and ate dinner like across the table from this man, and he had some demons he was battling for a while. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
wasn't in the best space. You know what I mean? And so to see him go through this transformation, not only in his physique, but in his mentality, his mental space.
I want to talk to him,
dude.
bro.
I'm so
I don't know if he
happy for that
but I
guy,
want
bro.
to talk
And
to him and see
and that's
how he is now compared. Because when I went to his crib, I was drunk, bro. I think we were drinking at his crib, but yeah, I want to see how he is now, bro. Shout out to Byron, man. That dude, that's a good dude, real good dude.
Yeah, he's changed a lot of lives, bro. And like I was saying, dude, like I think people need to find more things like, the 75-day phase or things like Headspace. Find something where the first 10 to 15 minutes of your day is done in peace, not checking social media where you're bombarded with bullshit, but just peace, something that calms your mind, that calms your nerves. Because if you open up Twitter right now, if you open up Facebook right now, or if you open up Instagram, it's all coronavirus. People, this is the death toll. Oh, President Trump said this. Oh, they said that. Oh, World of Health. Oh, CDC. Like, it's all just craziness. And I feel like, people like me and you, where we battle with certain inflictions, it's like it's like, oh shit, like, if we constantly throw ourselves in that cycle of negative media, it's like, oh my god, like, we start to feel these anxiety or these panic attacks coming
insane,
on,
bro.
like you can feel it, you can literally feel it just by looking at your phone.
To touch on what you said with the fact that you and I suffered through shit, bro, if anybody met you and I on the street, if we were together or if we were, if they just met us, they would have no idea the type of shit that we, one, gone through, or two, still go through mentally. Because for everybody that's listening that doesn't know, I deal with panic disorder. I have sleeping issues, like a lot of sleeping issues. I have a heart condition. Like, I deal with a lot of shit on a day-to-day basis. Disorder to the fact where I literally have a panic attack every single day, no matter what. It could be any time of the day. It could be when I wake up, during the day, right before I go to sleep. And it's nuts. For anybody that's never had a panic attack, people say they have anxiety attacks all the time. They're just freaking out, in my opinion. Clinically, there's no such thing as an anxiety attack. I've asked therapists about it. There's no such thing as an anxiety attack. You cannot have an anxiety attack. It's impossible. But panic attack, it basically just feels like you're going to die. Like, that's the only way that you can explain it. You're gonna pass out and die, and that's all it feels like. And it could last for 2 hours. It could last for 2 minutes. But that's the thing, bro. It's like, how you handle things is different. I mean, I can tell you from my experiences, the reason that I am the way I am on the outside is because I do deal with these things on a day-to-day basis, and I know that life is so precious, and there's other things to worry about than what the fuck is going on in my head. I have fun when I stream and I play video games. I have fun. I was having a blast when I was dancing with you guys. Hanging out, bro. We were having a good time, always smiling, and those are the things that kept me sane. So people that deal with types of issues, they haven't found anything to latch on to. And I'm not saying latch onto drugs or alcohol or anything like that, which is hard not to do that. But you got to definitely find something to do and meditate every single day. If you don't meditate every single day, you're gonna implode.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been a little inconsistent these past. I would have to probably say like past like maybe 2 to 3 weeks. But man, I was meditating maybe twice a day for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and it's hard. I mean, people think that meditation is like you got to have these incense lit and you got to be sitting lotus, and it's like, nah, man. Like, you know, count your breaths. Just, you know, or if you're walking, like focus on your steps, like feel your heel all the way to your toes digging into the ground, like feel that shit and just
and then like literally sit in the shower, and then I would stand up and I would just imagine, like I would close my eyes and think of all the terrible things I could possibly think of, and I would step into the water, and the water coming down my head, down my body, and going down the drain. Like that was my release of negativity. And whether I did it at night or whether I did it in the morning, I would be cleansing myself of. If I did it in the morning, I'd be cleansing myself of negativity throughout the whole day. If I did it at night, I'd be cleansing myself of negativity before I go to bed. You know what I mean? So that way, somehow, some way, it's. And that's important, you know, and people would make fun of me that I told them I did that. And I'm like, well, fucking try it. I guarantee you you'll feel better.
Damn, that's a good one. I'm gonna use that one, bro. One I've been using is the process of sitting down or standing up, like being present in that moment, like actually, like if I'm walking towards the chair,
like realizing
just
that
stop
you're
and be like,
being
I'm about to sit down. Like
what you're doing
sitting
is
down.
not, you know,
now I've
it's
sat.
fluid, right? Like you're, yeah. That's important.
The present
too,
moment,
I'm
right
you,
then
like,
and there.
just realize,
Yes,
like when I first got diagnosed with panic disorder and I was having panic attacks, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I had to figure out a way to ground myself, like to figure out, like it was weird at first because I would like lay on the concrete and the concrete would be cold and the cold would like shock my body and it would make me realize that I was here, like I was actually alive. As time grew on and I dealt with it further and further, like I would remember little things like the fact that I had to go to work, or the fact that, you know, like I would just remember, like I would grab things and be like, okay, I can grab this, I'm here, you know. So it's like you got to find a way to ground yourself and realize that you are living in the present and you're here right now. That's a big one. Honestly, man.
Dude, so what have you been doing lately to keep you sane during the whole quarantine, man?
Single day, bro, and that wasn't a luxury I had. You know, I would see him for a couple hours here, a couple hours there. He would come to my house and he would spend the night. But I've been seeing him every single day, bro, like 6 to 8 hours a day, hanging out with him, being able to watch everything that he's doing, and that's what I've been doing to keep myself sane. Like I've literally been a happier person, I think. Like I don't care when I go back to work.
Yeah.
I don't care like how I'm gonna make money. I should. I mean, I do in a sense. You can care, but you know what I mean. Like the fact that I've been able to see him every single day is making this so much easier for me.
Man, that's fucking precious, bro. Because I know that feeling when you get to see the little squirt, and it's like, "What up, dude?"
Like,
you know, you see him and they're smiling.
That's the best feeling in the fucking world, bro. It's literally the best feeling in the fucking world.
It's good, bro. Oh no, man, I love that shit. I love it. You know, even when Sid comes and drops him off, and he just like walks up to me and he's like, "Dad," I'm like, "What up, dude? Like, come on, let's go hang out."
Absolutely fucking amazing.
You know. But
I wanted to ask you something. What the fuck did I want to ask you? As far as the headspace thing goes, that's what I want to go back to. What differences have you seen from like a day-to-day basis on using the application or using like meditation skills? What differences have you seen from like doing that consistently? Like, do you see anything physically or do you feel like you move differently because of it, or treat other people differently? I mean, I don't want you to like up yourself and be like, oh yeah, I did this for this person, you know what I mean? But I mean, like, do you feel like you treat other people differently, or do you feel like it's just like a selfish thing just for you?
A little bit of both, bro. A little bit of both. Because when I first started using Headspace, Beast Sherwin, shout out Beast, man. He recommended it to me because it was right after me and Sydney broke up, and you know I was on the street, and I was just not in a good place, bro. And he was like, yo, like you need to like let's get it together. Let's get you together. Use this app. You're going to feel better. And you know, so at first I thought like, okay, well, if I do this, you know, I can get Sydney back, you know? So it was kind of like that type of motivation. But I realized that, you know, even in this meditation, because it's guided meditation, and it's like, the guy would say like, you got to do this for you.
Yeah.
Because if you do this for you, you'll be better for everybody else in your life. And so now it has been the one selfish act that I really take every single day. Every single day, I make a selfish effort to take care of my mind. And I eat more. When I eat, like, I feel like I taste the food more.
Well, that's huge, bro.
Because there's an appreciation for the moment that it's happening. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, because you know. Because you know, bro. Because you know, like I know the dad life. Sometimes you blow through a meal because the little one is doing something else. You know what I mean? Like, because he's over there doing something. You're like, fuck, I need to finish this food. But now, when those moments are happening, I understand. Like, just take a moment, do whatever you got to do with him, and then return back to the food. And now I look at life that way. My stress is that way. Like, this is just a stress. This is just an outside force that I have no control over. It's affecting my mind. But I understand that when this passes, the real me, the real Putch, is still there. It's still happening. It's happening. It's happening even when the stress is happening.
No matter what, bro. And that's
that was the mind is clouded for a second.
For a long time is that at the end of the day, at the end of my life, I will be laying in my casket alone by myself. And am I going to, you know, whether it's the moment before I pass or whatever, am I going to think to myself and think, I did everything in my life that continued to make me happy? And what is the opposition? You know, like, what are the people that lose me? What are they going to think? Yeah, they're going to be sad and whatever, but I want a celebration to happen, but at the same time, I want everybody to realize that life moves on, and it needs to continue. And kind of touching on that, I know we lost ER recently, and I saw, you know, shout out to Eyes and them and I hope everybody's doing well. But I noticed that, you know, when ER passed, there was so much celebration, bro. Everybody, there was sadness, but everybody was talking about how, you know, like, I mean, I even hit you up and I was like, yo, ER is the reason that I started dancing again. Like, he made me dance at the first 818 that we went to. And that's like the good memory I have of him. And then I noticed, I saw a post that LeVar posted, and they were at Isaac's house, and they fucking had a session, bro. Like, literally the day after, they had a session, and I thought to myself, this is a fucking terrible fucking moment for that family. But look at what they're doing, bro. They're celebrating, dancing, enjoying what they have and what they had connected with him, and they're understanding that life moved on. And Eyes handled it exactly how I would expect him to handle it, bro. Mentality. And it was absolutely insane, bro. And that shit blew my mind because I didn't think people still lived like that. You know what I mean? It's fucking insane, bro.
Yeah, man. That was No, I was really graced with the chance to like get to know him and work with him. You know, I was his comeback. You know what I mean? Like he's like, yo, he's like, I want to do this for Oxnard. He's like, I really want to start teaching again. Woo woo woo. Like, so I was like, well, hey, dog, let's do it. You know what I mean? He's like, and if you're a friend of Sherwin, he's like, you're a friend of mine. And just I was like, yo, and then I got to meet his son, and it was crazy, bro. And I'm so glad that so many people, I've seen a lot of sessions where like people are like, yo, this is for ER, like this is for ER, this is for legendary, you know what I mean? Like, and it was so tight to see people handle that tragedy in that manner, and people get together and be like, yo, we're throwing a workshop and this is going to his son. Like, like I thought that was, and no matter what people say about the Crump movement and that, like, when shit hits the fan, we know how to come together.
Bro, all right. So I'll tell you a little story right now. I don't know if I ever told you this story, but we were at the 818 when we were at the park. It was a park session, and it was the first time I ever met Ruin. And obviously I knew who Ruin was because he's a big motherfucker and he's one of the most known dancers in all fucking, the whole world. Shout out to Ruin. And this motherfucker was eating chicken strips on the side of the park. And he was like, yo, does anybody want these chicken strips? And he looked at me and was like, yo, you want the rest of these chicken strips and these fries? I was like, yeah. Bro, and I sat there and talked to him, and he was the nicest motherfucker in the world, bro. And then I watched him dance and how aggressive he is. And bro, Crump is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. You take the most aggressive, hardcore motherfuckers and you get to know them, and they're the sweetest fucking guys in the world. Especially like Robbie. Robbie is the nicest motherfucker. One of the nicest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. And he's the most tatted up, aggressive crumper. And it's insane, bro. It's absolutely insane. And he's a boxer. Yeah, and he's a boxer, bro.
And he's a boxer.
Yeah. I mean, Dread, bro. When I met Dread,
they're softies, like, man. They're real softies,
this
honestly.
Little guy is gonna fucking rip somebody's heart out of their fucking chest. And and then I walk through the mall with them or dance with them at the 805 session. And then he makes me his little homie and I'm chilling with him. And I talk to him on a day-to-day basis, and he's the fucking nicest guy in the world. You know what I mean? He just loves women.
Yeah.
And he just loves women, bro.
Yeah, he loves women, bro. Loves them.
So that's what I'm saying, man. It's like,
oh my god, like he's a dog.
It's like knowing who you are.
Yeah, see, and
not worrying about what's going on in your phone and what's going on here and what's going on there, and that continuous, not look for happiness, but finding happiness is what continues to level out the mental health issues. You know what I mean? So it's like you could be going through the worst shit in the world, but if turning on your game console or dancing or this or that makes you that happy, you need to go fucking do that. Fuck what everybody else is telling you. Fuck it. If it's not making you any fucking money, who the fuck cares, bro? You need to do it because, like I said, at the end of the day, we die alone, bro. And it is what it is. But we have to, it sounds fucked up and it sounds scary, but we have to continue to remember that because it's going to make us happy at the end of the day.
Yeah. I feel like, especially as this quarantine rolls on, I feel like people are going to find really true ways, like whether they're diagnosed or self-diagnosed, they're going to find ways to cope and find better outlets. I see more people, they're starting podcasts, they're working out, they're doing these fitness challenges, and they're doing all this creatively, building things. And it's like, dude, that's so good because, when this quarantine is over and you feel that anxiety set in, or you feel your depression setting in, or you feel this setting in, all over the world will be able to say, you know what? I remember when we were on lockdown for 2.5 weeks,
in a sense,
2 months, 3 months. You know what I mean?
Finally, like, having to do shit. and having to like socialize with other people, and even if it's just like reaching out to somebody like, hey, how are you doing?
Yep.
Are you okay? Like, how is this affecting you? They're doing it, and they have to do it. You know what I mean? They realize that, especially like those people that are living to work and not working, or they're working to live and not living to work. You know what I mean? Like those are like, especially people, my dealership alone, 80% of the people got fired, and and everybody's freaking out because they don't know what the fuck they're gonna do about getting paid and that. I mean, yeah, that's something that you have to worry about. But now you get a chance to sit back and realize, hey, what's really making me happy? What is life really without work? It allows you to go back and do the things that you thought you wanted to do in the past. You know what I mean? Now is the opportunity to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe you don't after all this is done, because what is making you happy is going to be your work.
Yep. And and I think, like I was saying earlier, like there's a lot of people with master degrees who ain't got jobs. So I think people are going to start looking at a job at McDonald's a little bit different. I think they're going to start looking at jobs at a grocery store a little bit. They're going to be like, I don't know, motherfucker. Yeah. I might take that job and keep doing this side hustle that I'm doing because it makes me happy. Like I think, and I think especially for people who feel a suffocation during this, fuck, I don't even know what the word to put on it, but I think for me, when I'm stressing out, because thankfully I'm still working, you know what I mean, during all of this, thankfully. And it's very dangerous. And to me, though, I'm like we said in the beginning, I live to serve people. So if my service is needed, I'm going to give it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I, like, that's just what I love to do, bro. Like, I love to help people. That's my MO. And for me, even, they cut my hours, all this shit, and, rent is still the same price. The car payment's still the same price. That shit ain't changing. And I start freaking out sometimes. And you know what? Like, I take a step back and it's like, you know what? There's billions of people all over the world right now who's going through this exact same thing right now. Like, literally, right now, they're going through it. Yeah, not bro, like hypothetically speaking, like no, the whole world got shut down by this fucking virus.
Yeah, so you gotta tell people, stop being selfish and stop thinking that it's just you.
That's insane.
Everybody. We're all going through this shit, bro. We're all going through this shit.
And I think if people, and it sounds a little fucked up, but if people take that same fact and apply it to when this is over with, we'll be a lot happier as a human race.
I would hope so too, bro. I thought about that a lot. I said, I hope that what's going on in the world right now, and how people are acting, it just continues to go on like that. It's insane, dude. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah. Well, hey, Cisco, we're coming up. Listen, brother, we're coming up here to the end, bro. I wanted to give you a chance to drop a gem on the people. So give them the SaveOne hot take.
Continue to do everything that makes you happy, no matter what other people say about it. Fuck what everybody else has to say about what makes you happy. If you want to fucking dye your hair blonde, dye your fucking hair blonde. If you want to play video games for a living, fucking play video games for a living. Just continue to do what makes you happy. Understand that this pandemic is not going to last forever. This too shall pass, and just continue to be happy. And if you don't follow me on socials, follow me on socials. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and listen to what this Clutch has to say. Man, he's a very, very smart man, and he's leading everybody in the right direction. These podcasts, and it's giving somebody something to listen to, especially with what's going on. There's no negativity in this podcast, which I like a lot. And if you can, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/SaveOne. Of course, bro. I'm gonna hit you up, man. Make sure you're doing good,
Dog, man. Thank you again for being on the podcast, brother.
And let's do it again, bro. I know we kind of steered off the subject in the beginning, and we kind of just got back to talking to each other. So I'm definitely down if you'll have me again, bro.
Yeah, I mean, man, that's what I want this podcast to be is me talking with friends and people listening, and hopefully they pick some bits and pieces out of it to bring some value to their life.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, but I'll definitely have you on again, brother.
All right,
G. Hey, and all the listeners of the Smoke